And yeah, and when you came over my house, you touched my butt. I said, oh, you did not, girl. I said, he is a whole mess, honey. Like a whore. Okay, honey. He must have been doing so much cheating that now he has gone to your sister. Yeah, you had on the same dress as her and you had on the same kind of shoes, so I thought you were her. That's what he told Florence, his wife. Okay, girl, and he said some shit out his mouth like that to you, and obviously, if he said some shit like that to you, he think you dumb. Like, he think you stupid, because there ain't no motherfucker in the world who think they can come out the mouth and give that excuse to their wife and never fly. Like, that's crazy. He wasn't even scared you was gonna hold off and fuck him up at all. Like, he just said the first thing that came out his mouth, and yeah, you need to sit with that. Hey everybody, it's your girl Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Okay, y'all, let's get into this 5th episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Okay, girl, because it was really, really good. Kill Bill takes Sukihana on a date, you know. So it's on the rooftop. It's not real dressed up, but you know, it's a thought that counts. So he brings seafood out. A chef brings seafood out, and he was like, you know, it's your favorite. He just wanted to bring her out because there's a lot been going on. You know, as far as her business, as far as, you know, the Good Cat opening, the grand opening, struggling with that. She got locked up. She has a court date coming up. And then also with them trying to have a baby. So they've just been going through a lot of stuff. Okay, girl. And he just wants to, set her mind at ease and just give her a little bit of peace for now. You know, that's really nice to him. And I'm really starting to dig Kill Bill. You know, he's really nice for Sukihana, and I really do like him. He kind of levels her out, and she listens to him, so this is good. So basically what Sukihana is dealing with right now is the fact that Instagram is taking her page down, girl. Like, they shut her whole page down, and it was because the producers actually, you know, why did they shut your page down? And she was like, well, I took a bath. She said she uploaded it, I guess, to regular Instagram. That's what I got. But it seems like she just wanted to upload it to OnlyFans. That's what she has, an OnlyFans page. And so, yeah, she uploaded it to that. And she thought she uploaded to that. I don't know what the deal was, but she uploaded to regular Instagram. And, you know, a lot of people complained about it because, you know, at first I was like, that is not everybody's business. Like, so the fuck what? But I personally didn't see, you know, what went on in the bath video. And I'm sure that she probably showed, more than enough skin. You know, and I was kind of thinking about it, you know, okay, that's not a big deal, so what? But there are kids that go on Instagram. Like, my daughter doesn't go on Instagram, alone. I think she does, but you never know what kids are doing. But, yeah, she's banned from Instagram, my daughter, until I, you know, decide that she can. Even TikTok, she can't watch none of that shit without me being there or, you know, without me giving her the say-so. But I'm just saying, it's other parents that, and I know of other parents, you know what I mean, that allow their kids to go on Instagram. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. And that's my thing, you know what I mean? She should have watched that because there are kids that go in here and they would have seen you in the bath doing who the hell knows what with your man. And that's just personal, you know. And then on top of that, I just feel like she should have been more careful with making sure that that really uploaded to her OnlyFans page, you know, because she does have an OnlyFans page and you can do all that over there. I don't know if there was a mistake or, you know, if she was trying it, you know, she thought she could probably get away with it because she was Sukihana or not. But, you know, I just was like, damn, that was distasteful on top of that. It's just certain things that I think these youngers should just keep to themselves, you know, on a personal level. Just like Amara going live, telling all her business. I was just like, what the hell? I mean, I'm with all of the social media. I've only been on social media, get this y'all, for literally 1 year. Okay, honey? And it was only to go on and start this channel, you know? But I did get on Facebook. You know, my sister helped me with everything to get on everything. So I just got on all of this last year, you know? So I understand, you know, where people are coming from because, you know, everybody's in the loop with things and, you know, this is how it goes these days. People get on live expressing themselves. But to me, it just looks very, crazy and fucked up. I mean, you can try to be in my shoes if you haven't been on these platforms for a long time. It just, to me, seems as though where I come from on top of that, you know, you just get on live and start airing out all your business. There's no filters at all. At least I can get on here and cut out shit I might say that I feel is personal. Oh, I ain't gonna say all that. That's too much. But as far as like just going on live, like you can't even take none of that back. That just look crazy to me, and it always looks crazy to me. You know, maybe I'm old, maybe it's just because, you know, I just got on all of these platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and I just, you know, don't get it. But I just don't see how people do it. You know, just get on and they be arguing with motherfuckers, all types of shit. Like, it's too much. Like, I think that Amara should have like calmed that down. And like, I think Sukihana did too much. You know, so yeah, that's just my opinion on that. And then on top of that, I just feel like, you know, it's a life lesson for Sukihana. Just like Bobby Lights told her, like, you know, that was a life lesson for me. Because he even was saying that, you know, they met up at dinner. I'm just going to, you know, put that out there since we talking about it. So Bobby Lights and Sukihana, you know, they met up for like lunch or something like that. And he was just saying how, you know, it really affected, you know, his business because, you know, he put some on OnlyFans and, you know, everybody complained about it. They took his page down and, you know, he was left, you know, just trying to fend for himself. And he was like, you know, OnlyFans pays very well. So for them to just like take your page down, like it really affected him and it affected the businesses to come. Like you can promote on there. He was with certain vendors and businesses he had going on there. And like a lot of stuff was dropped and those people, like he was saying, like they want your followers to know about them. So if you don't have any followers and they drop your page, there's nothing to promote as far as they concerned because you don't have anybody to promote it with. You know, so that was basically his thing. And he was trying to tell her because she was saying to him, you know, nah, I mean, it ain't going to hurt me. It's not going to really affect me. I'm Sukihana and this and I'm self-made, all this stuff. And it was just like, bitch, he was trying to tell her. He wasn't mad enough. He was just, you know, real direct with her. He was like, no, it does affect your business. I do think that the talk that she had with Bobby Lights was good enough for her to, you know, understand. And that's another thing I love about Sukihana. She might come off a little ratchet, which she is, but you can't take the brain out of nobody. You know what I mean? And this little girl has a brain. Like, she does think. And she's also young. And then she comes from where she comes from. So she has this thing about her as far as her mental state and how she thinks it can be like, quote unquote, ghetto. But at the end of the day, when somebody gives her a good talking to, she listens and she understands and she really takes heed to what they say. And this little girl, I really think that she's going to go a lot of places because she has the ability to stop, listen to somebody and think about her decisions. You know, even though she might not be making all of the right decisions, she is stopping, thinking about her decisions, rationing everything out, and then, yeah, coming out bigger and better. So I really do like Sukihana. You know, I play a lot on the channel, but Sukihana, girl, you get more and more respect for me every single episode. So yeah, and I'm digging you in Kill Bill. Like, y'all are too cute. Remind me of me and my husband. Y'all are too cute. I love how he has your back with everything. I love how he just always supports you. You know, he tells you when you're wrong. He tells you when you're right. That's what you need. So yeah, keep on moving with that. But I still think you should wait on the babies. Okay, girl? So yeah, moving on. So Ace meets up with his nephew, Xavier. Xavier, he's young. He's probably like 18 or 19. He's working on his, I think, basketball career. Yeah, basketball career. And he wants to be, you know, a famous basketball player. And Ace is just like, in his life, he's saying in the confessionals that, you know, it's just important for me to make sure that I support this young man and be there by his side because young black men need that, and I'm here to listen. And I was like, you know what, girl? That is so true. And I love Ace Hood, too. Like, I am loving everybody on this show. Like, I was thinking that it was going to be, like, real hood, and I was there for it, honey. But everybody is really coming through with the maturity shit. And I'm just like, okay, girl, what do we have next? Because I am here for this. Okay, girl? So Ace Hood, he is so mature on, you know, certain levels. But I got a little beef with you to pick with my girl Shayla because you over there doing too much. Not being the foreign stuff, but we're going to get into that, Ace. So they in some type of gym, and Xavier just starts telling Ace, his uncle, like, look, I was in my friend's neighborhood, and he's white, you know, and I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. Like, what the fuck did happen now? You know what I'm saying? It's always some shit probably occurring. I knew it, and it was. You know, either a current or some type of white person who just being fucking evil and need to mind their goddamn business. So next thing you know, he like, yeah, this lady walks up to me, and she's like, do you live around here? And he's like, no, but I'm waiting on my friend. She was like, no, you not. You're not here to waiting on no friend. You here to try to break in somebody's house. Bitch, what? Here to trying to break into my house. Bitch, first of all, see, that's why I wasn't born no black male, because I probably would have got, like, I don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. Like, but this little boy was real respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, extremely respectful. He didn't even give it a second thought and just was like, okay, whatever. And just left, left the bitch alone. Like, they ain't really say what went on. But like A said, I think you handled it good. You know what I mean? Because if you would have got all rowdy with her and did all this, extra shit party that I would have did, girl. Okay, honey, then yeah, it would have been a whole nother situation. Like, it would have been a mess. And, that would not have been good. So I think you did a great job of doing that. So yeah, that was good that he handled it that way. Kudos to Xavier. So A starts to talk to Xavier about, it is just a little odd, because I'm just like, they just like edited it wrong or something, or just like threw the situation in there on him. And it felt like, Ace was talking to a little boy about the fact that, yeah, you need a good woman behind you. And, I know I wasn't there for Shayla when she was going through anxiety, but, I'm going to be more supportive and stuff. And I understand that and everything. And that's good, that you feel that way. I'm glad you came around. You know what I'm saying, girl? But at the end of the day, was that really the conversation for Xavier? Like, what happened? Did he ask you something? Was you trying to school him on women? Like, I just think they did a really shitty job at just having us follow the story, because they edited something out, and I was just like, it was looking crazy. So Florence, y'all, is at her restaurant, her and Marlon's restaurant. And she is just in her confessional. She's saying how, it's really odd working with him because they're actually, separated right now. They took a break. And so he's off with living with some friend, and then she's in the house with the kids. She said she also been trying to reach Florence, and yeah, it's hard to get a hold of her, girl. So she finally got a hold of her, invited her to the restaurant so that they could talk with Marlon. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is about to go down? So girl, Marlon and Florence is standing there, just talking about what's going on in the restaurant. Do we need this? We don't have enough of this, stuff like that. And here come Gael. I'm like, oh shit. Gael coming that bitch like, nah, fuck that. We about to talk right now. No, you need to tell her that you've been cheating with my friend. Like, you need to admit it. Fuck that. Don't even keep on saying you didn't, because it's the truth. Admit what you did. Admit what you did. And she just like going off on him. He's talking about, no, that wasn't me. You got it all messed up. He's denying all over the place. He ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Gael just like, no, tell the truth. You fuck my girl. And he was like, look, I don't know what you talking about. And then, honey, okay, girl, she goes on to say that, and yeah, and when you came over my house, you touched my butts. I said, oh, you did not, girl. I said, he is a whole mess, honey. Like a whore. Okay, honey. He must have been doing so much cheating that now he has gone to your sister. On top of that, they is talking about, they know so much about this man, and it's just bits and pieces coming out, y'all. And I'm like, this motherfucker is messy. Like, how messy can you get? A female is a female to him. He don't have no respect for himself, no respect for you, nobody, Florence. And I feel really, really bad for you. Like, that's really, really crappy when you find out that your husband is a whole whore. And my thing is, I think she had an idea that he was a whole whore, because in another part, Florence gonna ask Gael, why didn't you tell me? Keep saying, why didn't you tell me? Okay, bitch, I understand that. Like, you should have told her. Like, but we passed that part, bitch. Like, for real, we are so past that part. Handle what the fuck is going on in your face. And then Gael told her, what? I couldn't tell you because you don't believe nothing nobody say. And you keep being blind about shit like, he's doing this, he's that. You keep acting like he's all this and this and that. And he out here doing all this stuff on you. And it's nothing nobody can say. And it seems like it's true. Your sister done told you. Your cousin done told you. Some other random bitch that is coming up in the next episode is about to tell you again that he touched her butt. Like, what the fuck are you dealing with? And how much have you dealt with? Because this is starting to be too much. Like, this is way too much. I haven't even never heard of no shit like this. This is crazy. And you really need to get it together. Like, to put up with some bullshit like that, girl, you a pretty girl. You got your businesses and stuff. Like, but obviously, like you said in the last episode, yeah, he chose you. So you feel like, he had a lot of girlfriends, and you feel like he dropped everybody and he chose you. And that's what he told your boys. That's what he told your boys. So if that's how he makes you feel, like you were the chosen one, so you should be glad to even be with him, honey, have at it, because you're going to continue to go through shit like this, honey, because he thinks that that he's a catch. So then when she told me, you touched my butt, he was like, oh, it was an accident. Guess what he told her, y'all? Yeah, you had on the same dress as her, and you had on the same kind of shoes, so I thought you were her. That's what he told Florence, his wife. Okay? Girl, and he said some shit out his mouth like that to you. And obviously, if he said some shit like that to you, he think you dumb. Like, he think you stupid, because it ain't no motherfucker in the world who think they can come out the mouth and give that excuse to their wife and never fly. Like, that's crazy. He wasn't even scared you was going to hold off and fuck him up at all. Like, he just said the first thing that came out his mouth, and yeah, you need to sit with that. And then Xavier continued to say, yeah, he was trying to get close to me, you know, in a sexual way, and, you know, he was trying to make something happen. I mean, I know you don't want to hear it because your sister is dead motherfucking wrong. Like, she's so motherfucking wrong on so many levels. Like, that's two different conversations. The fact that she's wrong and the fact that this nigga is a whore. Like, but at the end of the day, like, you need to handle that shit with him, because the rest of this episode, you going around barking at everybody except for him. And then when he get in your face and tell you, you know, you really believe her and I wouldn't do nothing like that, he gonna say to you, believe your husband, it's me, I'm your husband, and you looking at his puppy dog eyes, believing the shit, and like some type of like weak ass woman where you didn't, and then gonna turn around and cuss the other girl out. And we're gonna get off this, but we might as well keep on going, because yeah, that's the next part. Florence is in her new establishment, you know, getting everything together. It's the beauty bar, that's what it's called. She's in the beauty bar trying to get everything together, and Xavier walks in. She's like, hey sis, bitch, sis. Okay, girl. And I was even like, what? And Florence was even like looking at her like, bitch, whatever, like, who the fuck? Something, hey sis, bitch, we didn't pass that part. Pass that part. You didn't pass me. No, honey, we passed that. So she was like, hey sis. So she, you know, basically was like, look, I want you to talk to the girl that he fucked. So she like wanting to talk to him. I'm like, dang, you about to listen to all that? I don't think I could do it. Like, I just don't think that I could do that. And I would be like, you know what, my feelings are hurt enough, and I don't need to hear this bitch voice. I don't need to talk to her. I don't want none of that shit in my head, and I would want to deal with it. That's just me. Like, it ain't no point. Like, you saw what happened. You need to just take your losses and get a divorce, because that's just too much. And I know it sounds easy for me to say, but I know I couldn't listen to this bitch voice and hear everything, all this stuff about my husband. Like, that's too much. And she listened to it. So, girl, she was like, hey, honey, or sweetie, or something like that. And Florence was like, don't be calling me that. She was like, no, yeah, you right. That was disrespectful. I'm sorry. So then the girl starts to tell her, you know, me and Marlon, your husband, we were back in y'all restaurant at the VIP section in the back. And, you know, he was talking about how you ain't never there for him and the kids. Like, you always at one of your businesses. It's always him home by himself with the kids and stuff. You know, and you leave him alone a lot of the times. And, you know, just basically he don't have no attention, no affection from you, girl. And I was thinking, oh, God, no. Because that's exactly what she was asking her cousin. Do you think it's me? Girl, fuck that shit. Even if it's you, he need to find something else to do. Like, that's fucking stupid. You don't do no infidelity shit. You don't even know if your shit can come back from that. That's dangerous waters, y'all. Now, I don't know what happened, but she was like, you know, next thing they know, they were talking, and then all of a sudden, he's something about his dick on the table. And she was like, but it wasn't no penetration. So, bitch, like, what happened? Did you suck his dick? Like, or did you, like, play with it? Or did he, like, put it on your pussy? Like, which one was it? Because they edited that shit, and I couldn't even, like, I tried to listen to it, like, twice, and I could not hear it for the life of me. So, y'all let me know in the comments. I really want y'all to let me know what happened, because, you know, maybe it's going to come out later, but I couldn't figure it out. Like, I could not make out what she was saying. And yeah, so anyway, regardless, you had your bad dick out, you know what I'm saying? And it's not your wife. You wrong. That's it. So then, you know, the girl starts apologizing, and Florence asked her, you know, why didn't you tell me that? Why didn't you say anything? And the girl is like, you know, she started crying. She like, you know, how was I going to tell you something like that? That I fucked your husband? And she said it too. And I'm like, that's not what was said just now. So I don't know what happened, you know, but I know that he had his dick out. And yeah, it wasn't with you, Florence. So that's just cruddy. And yeah, he ain't had no business doing that. Florence commences to cussing the bitch out. Like, are you serious? This is like... She mad and needs somebody. It's just displaced anger. That's what I put in my notes. Fucking displaced anger. Because at the end of the day, I understand that you hurting everything, but you kept your cool enough to listen to the bitch. And you know he already did some foul shit. But you kept your cool to listen to the bitch, and you sit up there and start calling her all type of bitches. Okay, that's fine, girl. That's what you want to do. But you should have kept that same energy for Marlon ass when he was up in your face giving you them puppy dog ass eyes. So that shit was stupid to me. And you look weak. You know, and it also looked like when bitches do that shit, it looked like they about to take the man back and they gonna fight fight every bitch that they go through that with, because that's just how it's going to go. Obviously, every time you fuck somebody, you're just going to fight every single bitch or cuss every single bitch out, and it's never going to be his fault. So, yeah, go with that and see how that works out for you. I just couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be peaches and cream with the bitch and be like kumbaya with the bitch. Oh, yeah, thank you so much. And just say, all right, okay. Yes, I understand. No, that's fine. Okay, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to stand about bitch, all this dumb shit, because it doesn't matter. And then on top of that, guess what, honey? She don't give a fuck about you. Her loyalty is not with you. Marlon's loyalty is with you, not hers. She don't give a fuck about you. People already don't care about you. And then you think somebody supposed to care about you, and they think some type of man want them and stuff. And on top of that, it's all hard to get a man and stuff. And this man is coming on to her, and she looks good and all this stuff. You really think that she gonna give a fuck about how you feel? Now, granted, now that I'm thinking about it, she should give a fuck about how she looked, because she did know that he's married. Now, that's where that's fucked up. You know, you knew a motherfucker was married and you still, but like I said, bitches don't care. Like, they don't give a fuck. It's up to your man to keep his pants close. It's not on her. You know, then she starts to cuss out the sister, throw the sister's phone on the ground, all this stuff, and then go and tell her at the end of the day, yeah, and don't bring that bitch or somebody to the grand open. I'm just like, bitch, you should have told your sister, don't even come to the grand open. Like, what the fuck is she doing coming to the grand open? They just all messy. I just don't get it. Messy dynamic, y'all. So Florence goes to say in her confessional, you know, Xavier is just jealous because she can't keep a man, you know, and she just always want her relationship to be over because she's jealous. Really, bitch? Like, to even say any of that, like, that could be true. Like, I don't know y'all bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, that actually could be true. But, like, to bring that up right now, it just looked like you taking up for him and everything that he's doing. Like, that's two different situations. That has nothing to do with the fact that he's a whore. So, Trina's brother and wife brings their daughter over, you know, Trina's niece. And they are there, and Trina's supposed to be, you know, helping out babysitting, because I guess they're going on a day. I don't know where they're going. I was thinking that in my head. Y'all, get some time, go out on a day, girl. I would watch your baby. I love babies. So I was just thinking, like, you know, that's really, really cute that Trina's helping him out. Because I ain't had no help. You know what I mean? Like, my babies was always with me. Nobody want babysit. That's just the fuck it. You know, you always have your babies. That's the way that I had it. But I keep everybody else's babies, girl. Anyway, so Joy is there. You know, Joy arrives to help her, you know, watch the kids. And so this is supposed to be a little bit of practice, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, her and her boyfriend, now fiance, I heard, are supposed to be trying to maybe have a baby. You know, she don't know yet. She said she's going to let her womb see what it want to do. So, yeah. She said she's also afraid she don't know, you know, about the whole little mother thing. But she's going to give it a try because it's a lot of work. That's what she said. So next thing you know, the baby is sitting there and she like, oh, she holding the baby. And she like, oh, I think she using the bathroom, and she trying to rock her and stuff. She's like, oh, let me try to change her or something. So Joy gets out quick, honey. Like, Joy plays too fucking much. She rolled out so fast and left that baby with Trina. I said, oh, girl, I couldn't wait. So now Trina's sitting there rocking the baby, trying to do something. So she goes to, you know, try to take the pamper off and stuff like that and help her. And it looked like, and I was so glad Joy had came back. You know, because it looked like, and they went to commercial, it looked like the baby flipped off the couch. I was like, oh my God. So when they came back off a commercial, you know, they didn't show anything else, but I was just like, oh my God, did the baby really flip off of the couch? Because, you know, hopefully she had no hardwood floors. She had carpet, but yeah, I was a little nervous for her with that. So then her and Joy started to talk, you know, she like, you know, what if you do decide to have a baby? And Trina like, you know what, I don't know. You know, it's just a lot of work, like, because she's sitting there trying to feed her and the baby not trying to eat. She like, well, how do I know if she's even hungry? You know, I don't even know. Like, I feel like I'm going to have a whole 16-year-old to know what they're going to say. And I'm just like, no, bitch. The way that it goes is that it's called a maternal instinct. Okay, honey? And off the break, when the baby comes out, you just going to know what the fuck to do. That's just how it goes, you know? And then on top of that, it's just certain things and what it is. Like, they're real fussy because they want you to hold them. They need to be changed or they need something to eat. And you will learn the baby's schedule. So it's not hard. It may be intimidating, but it's not hard. But I also think that Trina is not wanting to do it because she's getting up in age, you know. And then too, like she said, it is a responsibility. You know, you're not on your own anymore, and you do have the responsibility to take care of another person, and you have to do that every single day. So if you're not really into that type of thing, maybe she shouldn't do it. That's just my tea on it. So Shayla meets up with Tiffany, okay? And this is her stepsister. So we finally get to see her brothers and sisters. I'm really curious to see what the others look like, you know, how they're doing and everything. But yeah, but that's the episode I did not get to review. So basically Shayla was saying how she grew up in a just all white household, basically. You know, she said her father is black and her mother is white. We did see her mother in the third episode, again, the one I didn't get to review. But she had to talk with her mother and everything. And so her mother's white. She was on that episode. And so she was in her confessional then saying how, you know, her father's black, her mother's white. It didn't work out between them. So her mother ended up getting a divorce and marrying a white guy. So that made her just the only black girl in the house because they had other kids together, you know, in their marriage. So now it just left Shayla as the only black girl, and it was really hard for her mother to raise a black woman coming up. She was really mad and angry at her mother, and you know, she just was really mean to her mother growing up because she just didn't understand a lot of things and why, you know, she went through some of the stuff that black people do, and you know, her brothers and sisters didn't. So it was confusing to her. She grew up angry, like she said, and you know, she's really sorry and apologized to her mother about it. But yeah, anyway, this episode, we see Tiffany, her stepsister. She said her and Tiffany are really close, you know, so they're there talking. So she basically telling her how she's uncomfortable about, you know, the mother-in-law, how she met up with the mother-in-law for the brunch, and you know how it went good but it didn't. You know how the mother-in-law is just like snappy. She goes from 1 to 100 like in no time. And the confessional, it showed them Shayla talking to Ace's mother, saying how, you know, I just felt like I was doing something wrong. I think we miscommunicated and stuff like that. And his mother just popped up, no, we're not gonna do this. What we not gonna do is stop blaming people, and just gets all ratchet and stuff for no fucking reason, bitch. We having a whole conversation. If you feel like attacked or anything, that's basically on you. I don't know what to do about that if you can't communicate and, you know, just talk when you're uncomfortable. And so Shayla's just saying how she just doesn't fit in, you know, with Ace's family. And it feels like, you know, back when she was living all together with her family, how she didn't fit in there. And she was just like, she doesn't fit in. And I was just thinking to myself, damn, come on, Shayla. Remember what you said. You said you are not to be put into a box, right? You said that you wasn't going to let anybody put you in a box. And right now, they're putting you in a box. Try to gain some of your strength. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's hard when you're going through stuff on both ends. Like, I've been there, you know, going through stuff on both ends. And it's really difficult. But you just got to know that you are smart. You're doing the right thing. And by saying you're going to see a therapist about it, that's all I needed to hear. You know what I mean? Because at this point, like she said, my husband cannot soothe me in certain ways. You know, and I just really need to talk to somebody at this point. So, yeah, I'm glad also that you are not stepping outside of your marriage, that you are going and get the necessary treatment that you need for these issues within your family, you know, on both sides. Like, that's a lot, y'all. Like, I really do feel for Shayla on this. And then on top of that, she's saying that Ace isn't, you know, supportive with her anxiety. That has to be difficult and hard. He's saying that he's going to get better. So, hopefully he will get better. I do believe he's a stand-up guy and he's going to try to make, you know, his wife happy and be there for her more. But at the end of the day, yeah, I do think that she needs to see a therapist. So Amara is in the studio, y'all, okay? She is trying to jumpstart her career, her music career, and just get back into the swing of things. So she's in the studio, and she's just not feeling it, girl. You hear me? She is, like, stuttering. She's not, like, really getting into the vibe right. It ain't working. She goes outside and she's like, you know what, outside the studio, and she's just like, look, calming herself down, talking herself through, look, you got to get this right, do what you got to do, you know, just popping herself up, giving herself a little bit of motivation. Y'all, she goes in that thing after that and she kills it. Like, she sounds really good, grown, her whole DR, Dominican Republic thing is there, like, she is lit, you know, and I'm curious to hear this song because it sounds really, really good. So Sukihana walks into the Good Cat, okay, her new little boutique. And she has on this like plastic pink mini dress, something like that. And she walks into the place and she's just telling Isaiah, her cousin, we're not starting yet. You know, The grand opening is not going to happen because, you know, my IG channel got shut down. He like, well, your IG channel got shut down. How that get shut down? She like, look, yeah, it just got shut down because, you know, I'm a stallion. That's why. He like, look, I don't have time to play games. What's wrong? What happened? She like, look, we not doing it right now. He was like, what? He went off, you know, busting balloons and stuff. I was just like, what the hell? And it was just like so for sure, but he really was pissed. Like, he was like, I came all the way out here and you gonna just tell me this? Like, I could have kept my job. And she was just like telling him, you know, you just need to go make some coins for like a month until I get my shit up. You know, because basically she working with the lawyers to try to get her Instagram page back up. And without Instagram, we all know that, you know, if you don't have a following on Instagram and you don't have nowhere to promote anything. So that's what she's basically going through. And, you know, he's just not feeling the girl. So y'all, that is all for this video. I'm having problems with my story. So I'm going to have to see you ladies and gents later. Bye.